Hello friends! Today is Thursday, May 14th. Tomorrow's Friday, and it's going to be the weekend, though isn't it all kind of the weekend right now? It's kind of weird, huh, how these days go right now, friends. Thanks for all of your hard work on everything this week. We've been talking about feelings, and I have 2 books to read today and 1 song. The book I am so excited about, We Don't Eat Our Classmates. Clara let us borrow this book from her earlier in the year. It was Clara, right? And I fell in love with it, but I didn't have money to buy my own copy. But Mrs. Adams bought it, and she let me borrow it. She is such a nice friend to let me borrow her new book. And when someone lets you borrow their things, you try really hard to take really good care of them. So I'm going to try really hard to take really good care of Mrs. Adams' book. So let's read We Don't Eat Our Classmates by Ryan T. Higgins. And this dinosaur says, "Hey kids, you will never be eaten by a T-Rex. They are extinct. I promise." Penelope Rex was nervous. It's not every day little T-Rex starts school. A little T-Rex starts school. What are my classmates going to be like? Will they be nice? How many teeth will they have? This was very important. Penelope's mom bought her a new backpack with ponies on it. Ponies were Penelope's favorite because ponies are delicious. Penelope's dad packed her a lunch of 300 tuna sandwiches and 1 apple juice. Do you think you could eat 300 tuna sandwiches? I doubt it. Finally, the big day came. And Penelope Rex was very surprised to find out that all of her classmates were children. Who do you think the teacher is? So she ate them because children are delicious. "Penelope Rex," said Mrs. Noodleman, "we don't eat our classmates. Please spit them up, spit them out at once." So she did. Can you spit them out? Ew. It was not the best way to start school. Still, Penelope was determined to have a good first day. You guys think this is going to be a good first day? She tried hard to make friends at recess. She finger painted some of her best work. She even saved Griffin Emery a seat at lunch. "You can sit here," she says. Penelope started to notice everyone was making friends but her. It was lonely. Have you ever felt lonely at recess? When she got home, her dad asked about her first day of school. "I didn't make any friends," Penelope cried. "None of the children wanted to play with me." Penelope Rex, her father asked, did you eat your classmates? Well, maybe, sort of, just a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to make friends, said her dad, especially if you eat them. You see, Penelope, children are the same as us on the inside, just tastier. That gave Penelope a lot to think about. The next day, Penelope tried really hard. Mrs. Noodleman, Penelope ate William Amoto again. But poor Penelope, she could not stop herself from eating her classmates. And they were all afraid of her. How can you tell they're afraid? What can you see on their faces that shows you that they're afraid? Except Walter. Walter was a goldfish. So Penelope tried to make friends with him. Will you be my friend? Chomp! Uh-oh. Cried Penelope. He's eating my finger! Once Penelope found out what it was like to be someone's snack, she lost her appetite for children. She stopped eating her classmates, even when Cece Woodman spilled barbecue sauce all over herself. And soon Penelope made friends. Found you! Want a brownie? I helped make them. Now, even when children looked especially delicious, she peeks at Walter and remembers what it's like when someone tries to eat you. And Walter the goldfish stares right back at her and licks his lips. How does Penelope look? Because dinosaurs are delicious. In the end, I really like this book. Does anybody get eaten by their classmates? No. But sometimes maybe we hit in kindergarten a little bit, or some friends might scratch, some kids might kick, some kids might sometimes say mean things, and sometimes you don't know that you should stop until you feel like if you get kicked back or if you get hit back, you know that it's not a nice thing to do, right? So remember, kids, we don't eat our classmates. No way. The next book is called The Feelings Book by Todd Parr. Sometimes I feel silly. Sometimes I feel scared. Sometimes I feel like standing on my head. Sometimes I feel like reading a book under the covers. Sometimes I feel lonely. We know Penelope just felt lonely, didn't she, in that book? Sometimes I feel like celebrating my birthday, even though it's not today. Sometimes I feel brave. Sometimes I feel like looking out the window all day. Sometimes I feel like dancing. Sometimes I feel like holding hands with a friend. Sometimes I feel like making mud pies. Sometimes I feel like I have a tummy ache. I've noticed that in kindergarten, kids say they have tummy aches when they feel nervous or upset. Sometimes when you have strong emotions, it makes your tummy hurt. Does that ever happen to you where your tummy hurts when you have big feelings? It's happened to me before. Sometimes I feel cranky. Sometimes I feel like staying in the bathtub all day. Sometimes I feel like camping with my dog. Sometimes I feel like crying. I've felt lots of these things before. Sometimes I feel like trying something new. Sometimes I feel like yelling really loud. Sometimes I feel like eating pizza for breakfast. Sometimes I feel like dressing up. Sometimes I feel like kissing a sea lion. What? Have you ever felt like kissing a sea lion? It's a little bit of a strange ending. And the author and illustrator Todd Parr says, no matter how you feel, don't keep your feelings to yourself. Share them with someone you love. You guys remember our song? Sometimes I feel like a superhero. On top of the world, I ain't gonna let go. Sometimes I feel like I just don't care. Gonna sit around my house in my underwear. Do you ever sit around in your house in your underwear? All right, has anybody seen the movie Onward? This is a song from Onward, and it's actually one of my favorite singers who sings this song. Here we go. See if you guys know the song. You're the soul who understands. Scars have made me who I am. Through the drifting sands of time, I've got your back and you got mine. If you bear a heavy load, I'll be your wheels, I'll be your road. I'll see us through the thick and thin, for love and loss until the end. 'Cause you carry me with you, from the highest of the peaks to the darkness of the blue. I was just too blind to see. Like a lighthouse in a storm, you were always guiding me. Yeah, it's true. You carried me with you. From the day it all began, yeah, you were there, you took my hand. And when I hurt a bit too deep, you watched me as I fell asleep. And when my head was in the clouds, you found a way to pull me out. You picked my heart up off the ground and showed me love was all around. Yeah, you carried me with you, from the highest of the peaks to the darkness of the blue. I was just too blind to see. Like a lighthouse in a storm, you were always guiding me. Yeah, it's true. You carried me with you. Oh, we'll be sitting on the world together, watching the days turn into night. We know how to brave the stormy weather, and we're never giving up without a fight. If you should ever bear a heavy load, I'll be your wheels, I'll be the road. I'll see us through the thick and thin, this loss until the end. 'Cause you carried me with you, from the highest of the peaks to the darkness of the blue. I was just too blind to see. Like a lighthouse in a storm, you were always guiding me. Yeah, it's true. You carried me with you. Oh, you carried me with you. Yeah, you carried me with you. I like that song. All right, friends. That song also talks about being there for each other, and when times are hard, we're there for each other. So when you're having big feelings, happy feelings that are big, or angry feelings, or scared feelings, I got your back, guys. I got your back, and I'll help carry you through. That's what you do when you love someone. You're there for each other. I love you, friends. I hope you have a really good night. We'll have one more story time tomorrow before the weekend. I'm going to give you big kisses. Oops, and I forgot to give you hugs, too. I'll see you on our Zoom call tomorrow morning at 9:30. And remember, Miss Kara told you we have a special visitor from Wilson, not Mr. Beasley. Who's it going to be? We'll see. All right, friends, I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.